Let's look at the student tab in the OT Wizard. So, of course, up here are your quick views for your caseload, as far as also your schools and sites, different locations. You can add a new student by going here. You can also update any student information by directly going into the student. As well, you can search for students so that way you can narrow them down by different filters. Um, of course, the filters will not work correctly if you have not added those fields to your student. So let's go ahead and create a student. So for the purposes of today, I'm going with my Star Wars theme. I guess her actual name is Princess Leia. And I will go ahead and select her birthday. You can use whatever method that you want to enter in. Um, And so you want to make sure too, it's going to tell you the age. So you can double check there if there's an issue. You will see the ones that are in red, those are required. So this would be the student's primary language. So you can also go back and add this if those wrong. This will not be here for super long, but it is for now. Now, as far as emergency contact, what this is for is optional, but when we get the usability to be able to also send electronic forms, that it can be generated from here from the parent email. But like I said, for right now, you don't need to put that in. That's just for your convenience. Educational information, if you know the grade, you can go ahead and put that in there or other. You'll need to update this every year as their grade changes because this does populate into the evaluations. Same for the school site, the district. So for the district, what that would be is if you are obviously an IEP provider or you're employed directly by the school and all your caseload is for that school district, then it would be the name of that school district, for instance, Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools, whereas the school site would be the individual site name or location, such as Eastover Elementary School. If you are a medical-based provider, or like especially a clinic-based provider, then you can also do this. So if your agency works with several different contracts, you may have you may use this as a contract name, such as MEC pre-K, whereas the school site name will be the individual daycare or school name. So just some tips there for that, and that helps you to track your caseload. The teacher name is going to function a lot of the way as a parent contact name. So when we have our digital forms available, it can automatically send it to this email on file. The Medicaid status is also to help you to be able to track those kids that may need to be billed for IEP use. This is obviously for IEP users as well, for tracking. And also all of this is for tracking as well. It is optional. On this part, this does pull to the evaluation. So if you know what it is, you should do it. Also, if there is no diagnoses or it's like a regular ed student, you should go ahead and select none because it really helps us with rush analyzing just to make sure that we are testing children with and without disabilities. The rest of this is pretty self-explanatory. You can go through here. This is also will show up on the main scheduling part. So if you have a student who has a peanut allergy, so that might be a good place to put that. Now, obviously I'm not going to create that student, but if I also wanted to go in and update a student, I can just click right here and then I can click here to make any of these updates that I need to. Additionally, if there has been any visits created or notes, you'll be able to see it here. You can also add a note directly to this part. You'll see any activities, files. You can upload files here to be able to save them. Services logged would be here. You can also use this to do that. Any electronic or digital forms will be saved there, as far as also assessments and any appointments that have been created. A good idea may be also that you may want to use the files or activities section to upload work samples or things like that that are dated, so that way you can refer to them later. Okay, and that is our student panel.